To begin this project, place your tension rod inside the doorway you'd like to decorate. Next, grab your garland and begin to wrap it around the tension rod. Start at one end and continue to the other. I used metallic ornaments in different sizes with various textures to create interest. Affix your ornaments and decorative elements to the garland. I added sparkly white ribbon to my ornaments and tied bows for an added touch. Now it's time to slide your tension rod up to the top of your doorway or archway. I added a strand of this fun star garland from the thrift store and wove it through the branches. For a finishing touch, I placed a single strand of battery-operated white twinkle lights throughout the entirety of the garland.
I picked up a shower rod or curtain rod from my local Walmart. I also have one of these Christmas garlands, and this one already has lights attached to it. So I'm going to begin by placing our curtain rod right on top of the garland, and then we're going to take the twist ties from the garland itself and just twist it secure to the pole. We're going to take the remainder of the garland and double up so that the garland's a little bit thicker and better quality. Now I'm going to come back in with some ornaments and just tie them right into the garland. And just continue with as many or as few ornaments as you would like. Now I have some of these smaller ornaments, but we're going to just take them and pop the tops off like this. And all we're gonna do is take that ornament and poke it right into the pine. Now it's time to come back in with some green ornaments.
First, we're gonna need a shower rod. We gotta make sure it's expandable. Put it in about chest level, grab some garland ties. We're gonna start with some garland and we're gonna use those ties to hold it in place. And once you get to the middle, if you need more, use that garland tie and start and end a new one right there. Once you get that wrapped up, we're gonna take some bigger garland. We're gonna let it hang over a little bit. Using another garland tie, we're gonna tie that down and hold it in place. This is what's gonna give us some volume. Now we're gonna grab some fairy lights. We wanna put these on before we add any other decorations. Next, we're gonna grab some little cherries or beads that go on the end, and we're gonna wrap those up also. Let's take some ornaments and some pipe cleaner, and we're gonna put those ornaments right through and put it in the middle. We're gonna put these on and twist tie them so they don't move around. Now it's time to add some poinsettias and some ribbons. Put those anywhere you want. Once I get that secured, now it's time to loosen it, and then we're gonna raise it up into place.
Right here we have our 9-foot garland. All I've done is I've just fluffed this out. Place your piece of berry and then just take the twist ties and use them as if they're a pipe cleaner securing your product in place. You can also do the same thing with some sprays. Just taking a pipe cleaner, stringing the ornaments, taking that pipe cleaner, twisting it secure, and then placing them wherever you find best. Now we have this really pretty white kind of fern texture.
The first thing you need to do for this project is to attach a lot of command hooks. I also used these command cord bundlers. My garlands have a loop on the end. I began hanging one vertically and used the cord bundlers to keep it attached close to the wall. Next, I used a different hook and used a number of the command hooks and cord bundlers to attach the second garland across the top horizontally. The garlands are up and it's time to tie a big, beautiful red velvet bow. I attached my bow with a pipe cleaner to the corner where all of the garlands meet. The streamers can then be tucked right into the garlands. I picked up these oversized red jingle bells at Michael's and used a pipe cleaner to attach them securely. Take your shatterproof ornaments, which these are. You're going to gently remove that cap. Take a bead of hot glue right around there and slip your cap right back on. You're going to measure 3 pieces of PVC. Then what I'm going to do is just take my Dremel and put my holes right through the PVC like so. And you can do this with a drill and it would go all the way through. There you are. You've got your hole in your PVC. Now you're going to turn it around and do the same thing. Once you have your holes drilled, you're going to want to take a zip tie and you're going to pull one through each one of your holes. Then you're going to take some garland and we're just going to tighten that right on there. And then you're going to want to clip that really close so that nobody gets cut from those sharp ends. Once you have your garland all attached to your piece of PVC, grab 3 or 4 of your ornaments that you have already glued the caps onto and feed them onto a green pipe cleaner like so, and then twist them into a little bundle of ornaments. There you have it. Bring my PVC over and I'm going to start attaching these, and you're just going to twist that like so. So I'm just going to go to work adding some more. You're going to bring it out, zip tie the entire thing right around my columns. I found green pool noodles. I'm going to take these home and make a project with them. The first thing I'm going to do is take my pool noodle, and we're obviously going to take the sticker off. And then I'm going to take my vinyl coated clothesline wire and push it all the way through my pool noodle. Pull it over and make a loop. And I'm just going to take a piece of duct tape and I'm just going to wrap this around and just wrap that right around there. I'm going to take a heavy duty piece of floral wire and bend it over. Take a little piece of that duct tape, tape that loop over, and I'm going to take a screwdriver and just push a hole right through it. Take this needle and pull it into the hole that I've made. Take my dollar store garland through the eye of that needle and bend it over really tightly, and then pull it right through the hole. There we go. I'm gonna push my loop down in there and just feed the end of that. And now all I'm gonna do is take my garland and wrap it around. And when we get to the other end, we're gonna do the same thing that we did at the top end. I have a glue gun. Make sure it's on low temp, and we're going to take some ribbon and wrap it right around the pool noodle. I'm gonna take some hot glue around the top of your ornaments. Take some floral wire, thread 3 of these dollar store ornaments and turn it upside down and put these underneath. And I'm going to wrap my floral wire around my pool noodle and then wrap this back around through my ornaments and twist it one more time. Always tuck the ends of the wire in. I have a command hook attached up here at the top of my door, and I'm going to take this little loop and hang that right on that loop. So here you can see how that pool noodle at the bottom is going to hold this up. I'm going to use one more command hook and I'm going to hook it right up here. So the last thing I need to do is add a small bow right here.
I started by driving to Home Depot to get my supplies. I grabbed a roll of sprinkler line. I brought the pipe home and I unrolled the pipe onto my yard as straight as I could get it. Next, we measured out 20 feet of pipe. We cut the pipe at 20 feet, and then we repeated this process 3 times. Here are all 3 of the cut pipes. I'm gonna take these brooms from the Dollar Tree, and I'm gonna remove the handle from the broom. Here are all the brooms, and I needed 6 of them for this project. So the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna map out where I want each of the archways to go. Next, I'm gonna place the stake in the ground and I'm gonna hammer it into the ground. And I'm just using a rubber mallet to pound them into the ground. The next thing I'm gonna do is slide the pipe onto the pole. And then I'm gonna do this to the other side as well. So you can see how easy that was, just putting the archways up. So stake and arch, super easy, anyone can do it. Now it's time to add the lights. So I started by laying an extension rod along their rocks, and it will come out at the bottom. Now you can use any lights that you want. I'm gonna start with some white lights. Depending upon what occasion you're doing, you can create different looks with these. So like all white might be great for a wedding, and you know, you've got your holidays, you've got graduation, you've got different things of the year that you could do this concept for. So the first arch is all wrapped, and we're gonna talk about the plug on the bottom. And so we're at the bottom and we're gonna plug it in, but we're wrapping the excess around so that we don't have as much dead space. So we're gonna pull the line straight, and then we're gonna go over here and wrap it around the base of the next one so that it stays into place. Now we're gonna continue winding up the next pole, and I'll show you what it looks like as I finish looping all of these lights on the arches. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna pull it back to this other arch. Okay, so it's all ready, and I'm so excited about how big this is, and I think it's gonna look great this evening.